Hi, you guys, welcome. All right, today I'm gonna have a wrap up of our 6th grade year finally. And to be honest, we're not even completely wrapped up. We are still finishing up history and science, but we're right at the end, and we already said that our 6th grade year is done. We are just finishing these up because I do want them to finish. And we have already moved on to some things for 7th grade. So I kind of want to give you guys a wrap up now. We did move in the beginning of the school year, which really put a damper on our school year. Then we started renovations on our house. That really put a damper on our whole schooling situation because, yeah, it just, sorry, I'm moving because like I feel like there's a little shadow on me here. It just made things very difficult to be at home. So we did a lot of things outside of the home this year that we normally don't do. I don't know if we will do the same next year because it felt very overwhelming this year to get our schoolwork done and also go to classes outside of the house. But it might happen only because this time when we're home, when we're actually home, there won't be people doing renovations in our home. So I don't know yet. We'll see. So I'm gonna go ahead and wrap up our 6th grade year. And if you're new here, welcome. My name is Joanna. This is How We School. I'm so glad you're here. If you've been here before, thanks for coming to spend some time with me again. All right, let's get into it. So it's not a super long video. That is my goal this year, is to keep my videos short because we don't all have 20 to 30 minutes to sit down to watch and listen to me talk. So, all right, let's get into it. For the basis, we used mostly Oak Meadow was like our core curriculum. So for math, we used Oak Meadow 6th grade. We finished this already. My son enjoyed it. He goes through this pretty quickly. So I think I'm gonna, this school year, maybe get some supplements for 7th grade, which is gonna be pre-algebra through Oak Meadow. So if you have any suggestions for pre-algebra, let me know. We did play math games, that also helped. But I don't know what else to add. Help me out, guys. I'm sure I'll be researching. There's so many things I have planned for 7th grade. I can't wait to do. I know I shared our core curriculum, which is Oak Meadow, but I do have other plans for this school year. So if you've been here before, you know we're pretty eclectic, and I will add in lots of pieces from other places. So math, this went well, not an issue. Next is science. We used Oak Meadow Science, which was life science or biology this year. We really enjoyed this. We're just about to wrap this up. It's a lot of stuff we've already done, so I tried to make sure we went deeper. We did lots of hands-on experiments and activities through Oak Meadow with this. We used lots of books that I had here at home or that I had purchased for this. Yeah, it was really good. We enjoyed it. And it was nice to review things that we had already learned before. History. So with history, if you hear me ripping off my post-it notes, it's because I have post-it notes on these, was ancient civilizations. It really wasn't just ancients. It was ancient, Middle Ages, and we ended with explorers. So this was, yeah, more than ancient. And with this, we used lots of books, maps, timeline, History Unboxed, videos. We used our Curiosity Chronicle audio to go along with the lessons in here. So we really deep dived into history, which is why we are not finished with it, because what should take 1 week sometimes took us 2 weeks. But we really enjoy history, so I didn't mind it, and I don't think Jam minded it either. Okay, for language arts. Let's start. We used English from Oak Meadow. Now, we didn't do everything in here. We did not do any of the writing in the Oak Meadow English. Last year, the writing portions were not a success for Jam, so we opted for something else, which I'll share in a minute. But we did use the vocabulary words, and we used those for vocabulary and for spelling. We used those words, and English and history go together in Oak Meadow grade 6. So the literature that was selected for English, we did use as well because it went with what we were learning in history. And a few of the grammar assignments we did. We did quite a few, at least one grammar assignment a week from in here. Let me share the literature that came with this. and Jam's opinion on the literature. He is still currently reading this one, The Ugly One by Leanne Statland Ellis. So I don't have a review on this one, but this is the one he's reading currently. This one is, I want to say in Peru. Yeah, Machu Picchu. Castle Diary. He did enjoy this one. He said this one was good. He enjoyed it. Maru of the Winter Caves. He did enjoy it. He said it was a little sad though. The Rainbow People by Lawrence. Yep, he really enjoyed this one. This was folk tales, I believe. Yep, Chinese folk tales. Really enjoyed that. The Shakespeare Stealer. He said this one was okay. He didn't enjoy it or not enjoy it, so it's just good. The Eagle of the Ninth. Guys, whoa, he did not finish this. He didn't. I even tried getting the audiobook and he didn't finish it. Not even the audio. So we just went ahead, and I felt like he had heard enough or learned enough from everything else we had gathered when we were studying ancient Rome that we just ditched it. I would recommend you give yourself read a few chapters yourself if this is a book you're interested in, because you might want to choose a different book. There were other books that they have in their list if recommended, but I thought he would enjoy it when I read the synopsis, but he did not. And look at this print. So tiny. Yeah, it was a no. It was a no. The Golden Bull, he did enjoy this one as well. Once There Was, Twice There Wasn't. This was Turkish folktales. He really likes folktales, so this was super easy for him to go through. He enjoyed this one as well. This was probably his ultimate favorite. He still opens this book constantly to reread and look at images, is the Delaris, I'm not sure. Deolaires, I'm not sure how you pronounce it. Book of Greek Myths. He loved this one. He absolutely was all about the Greek mythology after this. So it pretty much also determined one of our trips this year. He loved it. He would recommend it. And 1001 Inventions and Awesome Facts from Muslim Civilization. He did like this one. The problem was it's not really reading. It's like this. It's these, like, I guess like infographics, right? Almost. And yeah, you can't really read it. I mean, he chose a few pages and read those. I have other books we used, and I think I will do a video on the resources we used for 6th grade. And I will share what resources I used for the Muslim civilization, because this one was just okay. Now for writing, this is what we used. We used IEW Structure and Style 1A. I know this is for younger, but we went ahead and did it because I know, like, when you do fix-it grammar, they say you should start from the beginning. So I just felt like, yes, we're going to start from the beginning on structure and style as well. We are not complete. We have not completed it yet. We are, I want to say, maybe 5 lessons away from completion. He likes it. Does he love it? And does it help with his writing? I do think it's helped. So I haven't purchased 1B, but we might get it. I'm thinking if next year we're going to either do structure and style again or a language arts class outside of the home, which I think I'll talk about more when I talk about our summer plans in another video, our summer plans video. And for grammar, we used Fix It Grammar, Robin Hood, and this he finished. He hasn't started the next one yet, but just because he's taking a break from it. On top of that, for language arts, he also did the graphic novel book club on OutSchool with Mary Hannah Wilson. He did that probably the last 2 months of school. He enjoyed that. And we did Michael K. Thompson's Building Language for root words. He really enjoyed that. We were going to do Caesar's English. We just haven't even gotten to it, so we're just moving it over to 7th grade. That was what we did for language arts. There was quite a lot of components for language arts, but there's lots of components to language arts. We also had extras that he did. He did a board game making class. He did 2 of those this year. One was you made a cooperative board game, and one was a 2-player game. He did a Minecraft coding class once. Most of these were quarter classes, so they were just for 1 quarter. He did 3 quarters worth of geography through games. He did 1 quarter of a drama detective class. So it was like they were acting it out, but also trying to figure out I want to say there was a robbery in the one he did, like someone stole some jewels or something like that. For as far as Pete, did I say he did geography through games for 3/4 of that one? Yeah. For PE, he did 4/4 of fencing and 4/4 of golf all year. For electives, I'm looking at my notes if you see me looking down, because I will forget all the classes. I really will. He did 3/4 of a cooking class, and this year he did global gourmet. He did Pan Asian, he did French, and he did Italian. He did guitar all year. He did 1/4 of Harry Potter handcrafts, and he did all year of his nature class, which is his favorite. He'll never drop that until he ages out of it, where he spends 5 hours out in nature. They learn a skill. He's made so many tools, baskets, so many things, fishing, all of it. They learn about nature. They learn safety. They cook out. They do everything out there. I really love this class for him. And on top of everything, because things were so crazy in the house, we took quite a few trips this year. Jam went to Atlanta once. He did go to the aquarium there. We have a family member in Atlanta, so it makes it kind of easy to go because we're visiting. Same with Florida. We went to Florida once and we did Universal while we were there, and we visited family, had time at the beach, and that kind of stuff. And this year my sister was stationed in Guam, so we went to Guam, and while we were there, we flew to Japan and spent time in Japan, which was great because we got to do lots of history activities there. He got to learn more about samurais, those kind of things while we were in Japan. And of course, just the experiencing a different culture. It was great. We had a great time there. It was one of his favorites, and he's a huge Pokemon fanatic, so Japan was it for him. He loved it. We went to Panama, which had so much nature. We absolutely love that. And it had, of course, the Panama Canal, so he learned about that and the history of that. And we ended the year off with a trip to Greece, which again, if I mentioned before with the ancient Greek mythology book, he was all over that. So that really inspired us to go to Greece. He had an amazing time. We spent almost 2 weeks there. We went to so many ruins. We drove all over Greece. I don't even know how many miles we drove. I want to say my husband told me it was about 900 miles, but we drove a lot. We only went to one island. We went to Santorini just for 2 days, but the rest of it was all historical for us. And so that was a lot of fun. I'm trying to think what else. Besides that, the year was school-wise pretty successful. Like I said, this was our toughest year with the move, with the renovations, and with Jam being a tween. Most days were great, but some days I woke up with a child who had emotions that were bigger than him, and we had to figure it out, which was hard considering that we spent a lot of time doing classes out of the home. So when we were home, I kind of needed him on, but I also understand. I was trying to give him grace, trying to give myself grace. And I know we'll be okay, but on that end, it was rough, but overall it was a successful year. It hasn't made me want to quit homeschooling or anything like that, but definitely made it there was just challenges this year. I can't think of a better way to say it, but there was definitely some challenges. I'm sure every year we're going to face challenges. So, but that was pretty much it. We're just about settled into our home now. So I'm assuming it will be a lot easier. We do tend to travel during the year just because we don't like to travel in the summer due to the heat in a lot of places and due to the amount of tourists. But besides that, we'll keep schooling through the summer. I have lots of summer plans, which I'll share in another video. I have lots of plans for 7th grade, which I'll share. We've got some book hauls I'll be sharing soon as well. But that was our 6th grade year. We had a lot, as challenging as it was, we still had a lot of fun. We learned a lot of new things. We got to dive deeper into things we already knew. So it was good. No complaints. I hope you all had a great year. Share with me how your year went. Do you have a tween ager in your home? How did that go? I know they're all different, so it could have gone great for you. But let me know. I feel like I don't want to think I'm the only one going through this. We've really made the most amazing community this year with homeschool friends. That has been so helpful, not just for me, but also for Jam. It motivates him to get moving and working so we can go spend time with these families. And it's been like a blessing for me too, to have these moms that I can talk to and who can relate with a lot of the things I'm going through. So that's really been a blessing this past year as well. All right, I hope you all have a great day. I hope you guys had a successful year. I say this year was successful for us. Aside from the challenges, it was still successful. So I can't wait to hear what you all did and how your year went. And I'll talk to you all later. Bye.